Good afternoon and welcome. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. My name is Sandy McDonald and I'm the Director of the Office of Economic and Small Business Development. And I'm going to do what I normally do, but I'm going to do it real quick. I'm doing it real quick today because I need to get you, our listening audience, to the reason why we're doing this workshop today. I was hoping to get about 75 or 80 serious businesses who really want to understand what their opportunities are to receive assistance in terms of funds or resources for training and for working with your employees. But right now, as we continue to count, looks like I got more than 95. So I'm going to exceed what we were hoping, but I'm glad you're here to get this information. Next slide, because my partners who are here today is what we're really about. But to go through the the formalities. Again, I'm the Office of Economic and Small Business Development. These are our goals. We are represented by 9 commissioners. Currently, Mayor Udine is our mayor of the Broward County Board of Commissioners. And what we do as an office, we do based on the mission, visions, and goals as established by the County Board of Commissioners. Next slide. So all about us, small business focused office. We promote business and job growth, which is one of the reasons why we're here today. We educate also aspiring entrepreneurs, and we're a service agency. You need to know that part about the service agency, because anytime any county agency, business, or organization is looking to buy, procure a good material or service, we get to take a look at it. We work with those agencies. We establish goals that require county agencies to use certified small businesses. So when it's all said and done, you do want to know more about our certified small business program, but this is who we are as an Office of Economic and Small Business Development. Next slide. Construction apprenticeship program, and the next slide, which is going to be our workforce investment program. The reason I'm mentioning those is that the type of information you're hearing today as a company, these are the 2 programs that we offer that tries to reinforce the necessary supports that are needed by apprentice, by large businesses, by subcontracting businesses. The county tries to make sure, as I described earlier, the small business program, we have a new program that if $5 million contracts or more go out, that there's going to be a requirement to use apprentice to demonstrate that we're trying to help develop new careers. On all county projects, we get a chance to take a look at workforce investment. If someone wins a contract and they need to hire new people, we have a relationship and a partnership with CareerSource Broward that we're going to consider half of what they need to hire through our process of program. Next slide. So I'm putting those 2 slides out just to make sure that you know the county is also trying to put its money where its mouth is by having programs and initiatives that tie to our community partners, like the one you're going to talk to today, CareerSource, and also assure that small businesses, local residents, hard to hires are all included in the things Broward County does. So again, I wanted to throw those 2 out there. Towards the end of the workshop today, you'll see some contact information. You'll get my website information in case you're here and you're a part of the 120 businesses plus, and you don't know the devil in the detail of our program. We can get to that another day. Next slide. What I want to get to today is to introduce you to my partner, my friend, Ms. Carol Hilton, the president, CEO of CareerSource Broward, and her team, because they want to make sure that as a business in Broward, and I get it, some of you are my small businesses, some of you are actually my certified small businesses, and some of you just happen to be businesses in Broward County. You want to know CareerSource Broward. You want to know Carol and her team. And that's why this workshop today, it's not about the Office of Economic and Small Business. It's about one of our key partners who wants to make sure our business community is aware of some of the opportunities that's available to you. So with that, I am actually done. Carol, the floor is yours. And again, thank you for what you do. And thank you for bringing this face forward to the businesses today at this workshop.
Thank you, Sandy, for getting us started today and for partnering with us on today's workshop. I am Carol Hilton, the president of CareerSource Broward, and we are the Workforce Development Board for Broward County, working with both employers and job seekers to find innovative, individualized solutions to their workforce needs. Welcome everyone to today's Money to Help You Train workshop. We're excited to share with you the many resources we have available for our Broward employers. The information you receive today will most certainly help you save money and grow your business. And your success is critical if we are to keep Broward's economy thriving. And CareerSource Broward is here to help you do just that. The services we provide to you are at no cost to you or your company. They are already funded by your tax dollars. We are here to help you succeed, and we do not want to be the best kept secret. We want the secret to be out. Also, in July, we are planning an apprenticeship forum for employers that will explain the process of creating an apprenticeship program. And if you already have a program, how we can offset the costs of training new apprentices. Now, we will be sending out a save the date flyer pretty soon. Now, it is my distinct pleasure to introduce you to Doug Sands, our intermediary for small business and entrepreneurship, who will be presenting today's workshop. We also have with us today the Vice President of Communications and Employer Services, Tony Ash. Doug will be sharing with you all of our work-based training programs and other resources that CareerSource Broward has available to assist you in training staff and growing your business. Thank you very much, and over to you, Doug.
Great, thank you very much, Carol. I appreciate it, and thank you, Sandy, as well. Well, good afternoon, everyone. We're very happy to be here right now, and as Carol said, this is a phenomenal opportunity for you to take your business to the next level when it comes to your hiring and training needs, because this is something where you can save money and invest your own money into the business. So let's talk about how we'll do that. There's the title, Money to Help You Train Workshop. So this is what we're going to talk about. And go ahead to the next slide. Thank you. So who are we? As Carol was mentioning, we are the premier workforce development agency right here in Broward County. And our whole goal, our whole driver is to connect business with talent. That's what we do. And the way we do that is to offer you results, solutions that save you money and keep your money in your business. And that's what we're doing here. Again, like Carol said, this is all coming back to you. So everything we do is at no cost. So don't worry about spending money. You're not going to have to do that with us. Okay, next slide, please. Key benefit of using work-based training. What is it? Well, you save money. We can find the talent for you. We can pre-screen the talent. That way you get to interview the people that are most suited for what you're looking for. And then you can pull them on board. It's really that simple. We save you a lot of that work. Next slide, please. Okay, let's talk. Here's what we're going to be talking about. The next 5 topics here are all work-based training programs. Okay, what are they? On-the-job training, something called upgrade on-the-job training. We also have paid internships, incumbent worker training, and then registered apprenticeships. That's an interesting thing. And I think as Sandy had mentioned earlier, something I would recommend everyone from any industry be keeping your eyes open for. It's a lot more than the traditional, oh, it's just the trades or it's just certain things. They've blown the lid off of that one. There's in every industry, including tech, by the way. So next slide, please. Okay, on-the-job training grant. Phenomenal program, because what you get to do is you pull someone in, but you call us, of course, before you do anything. Don't hire anybody. Don't try to do anything before you call us. That's going to be pivotal. We can save you thousands of dollars. And here's just an example. You can receive up to $18,000 and a little bit more in wage reimbursements. Okay, huge savings. So think of that in your bottom line. You're keeping it. You're building your business. So if you have a vacant position, we can recruit the person. We can do that pre-screening for you. Of course, you interview, you hire the one you want. We don't make that selection for you. You do that work, but we do the rest of the work for you. And then know that this is available to any kind of business, privately owned, nonprofit, or government entity. So it's open to anybody out there. The next slide, please. Okay, some of the benefits. You can receive up to 75% in wage reimbursements per employee. Now think of that, that's a lot. So bottom line, if you're a small business, particularly less than 250 employees, that 75% figure is your figure. The training can go up to 6 months. So this isn't just, oh, do it quick, one afternoon. No, that's not what we're aiming for here. We're aiming to help you build the skills in your workforce so they can be productive and give you what you need to grow your company. You will be customizing a training plan because the whole goal is to give the skills that you specifically need for that position. So it's something you will build and develop. That way you can keep track. Yes, this has been done. Yes, this has been done. Yeah, they've learned this. So it's definitely something that is tailored to your needs. It's not an off the shelf, oh, you can use this one, it'll work. It's tailored to your specific business. And it includes both the hands-on experience and the supervision that you give that person. And that would be you as an employer. Could be you, could be someone else you've assigned to do that supervision. So these are the key points here. Next slide, please. Okay, take that concept of an OJT, an on-the-job training grant, and let's give it a little different twist here. Suppose you have someone that is already employed by you. You love them, you're eyeing them for something. Maybe it's a promotion, but they don't have all the skill sets they need. Okay, what do? That's what the upgrade OJT is. So the key difference here is that it's not a new hire, it's someone that's already working for you. Okay, but again, it's an employer-driven model. You're going to be training them in what you need them to be able to do in that new position. Okay, and the job-related instruction is provided by you. You select the employee that you want to train, that person you feel is promising or really good at what they, at their attitude and what they could do, and you want to build more skills into them. Okay, and again, the reimbursements remain the same. It's up to 75% wage reimbursements for each employee that you're training. Okay, Decimal Engineering, by the way, local firm, they're one of the ones that use this upgrade on the job training, and they loved it. They were absolutely tickled pink on this one. So again, and it can go to any industry. Don't limit it. It can be any kind of in-demand occupation. Something that you know is in demand, is growing. We can help you meet that need there. Next slide, please. Great. Registered apprenticeships on the job training. We mentioned this earlier. Sandy mentioned it. Apprenticeships are big, but they're definitely go way beyond what we're so used to thinking of. You know, think, okay, plumbing, carpentry, electrician, those are all still around, phenomenal programs, but it's gone well beyond that now. Okay, I think I mentioned tech now has an apprenticeship program. We have marine mechanics. Okay, and we have in virtually every industry, there are now apprenticeship programs. And furthermore, the U.S. Department of Labor who works in conjunction with states and those that develop apprenticeship programs, they have a whole list of occupations that they say are quote unquote apprenticeable. In other words, you can build a program around this. So it's definitely opened the doors to opportunities to help you. And it's kind of like formalizing the training that you give. And there's nothing better than being able to say, hey, this is a registered apprenticeship that has a cachet about it. It certainly builds confidence when you're looking at someone to say, oh, you've been trained through an apprenticeship program. So it does help the prepare workers for the needs that you'll have as employers and for a highly skilled workforce. Basically, this is a phenomenal tool. It's employer driven, okay? And it is an earn as you learn program. So the goal is, as you're moving them up, building those skills, you're slowly increasing their wages to match the skill sets that they're acquiring. So it's a phenomenal program or model, I'm sorry, it's a phenomenal model. And not only do you do the training on the job, but then there's related training that helps them learn related things that they need to know about those particular skill sets in that occupation. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so apprenticeship programs. You target new hires. You can also target existing employees. You can go either way. Okay. The whole thing is what position you're trying to fill, what skill sets are needed for that position. So you can go either way with whoever it is. We have USDOL registered apprenticeship programs. We also have Florida registered apprenticeship programs. So both are highly valuable, and certainly they work together. So they're both definitely have that cachet that I mentioned earlier. The work training, of course, is on site. That would be at your business. And then the related educational training could be online, could be within a classroom structure, but that accompanies the hands-on training that you're giving them. Next slide, please. Great. Got it? Oh, good. Okay. Okay, so do you have a registered apprenticeship program already in mind? You might. See us about it. Okay, because if you need financial assistance for that, that's where we can come in with that registered on-the-job training grant, and we can help reimburse those wages up to 75%. Okay, so that's a phenomenal opportunity for you. The training period can be up to 6 months. Now, the apprenticeship might be longer than that, and that's fine, but we can help you as you're starting off for those first 6 months. That gives that apprentice time to start building up those skills, and you're getting more out of them as they're acquiring those skills. So by the time the 6 months are over, we can reimburse those 6 months. You're on the way to having an employee that's possibly halfway there, depending on how long the apprenticeship program is, and you're doing better already. You have someone that's useful and productive in the position you've put them into. And again, you can receive up to over, I'll give the specific number here, $18,750. That's a lot of money. And I know you know that. It's nice to emphasize, because having come out of 2 years of lockdowns and all the concerns about COVID, a lot of us have lost some money. And this is an opportunity for you to start regaining that money by taking advantage of this and keeping that money for your business. So definitely something to think about and keep in mind. Next slide, please. Okay, so here are 2 examples of registered apprenticeship on-the-job training grants that we've had. An electrical company here that had $100,000 in wage reimbursements. Okay, now mind you, these reimbursements vary on the wages of the positions and how many are actually being trained. But that's one example. That's an enormous sum of money. Construction company, they received $75,000 in wage reimbursements. Okay, and again, what are you doing as you're increasing the pay? The reimbursements, again, and it's skill-based. They have to meet a certain skill set for you to give that increase. But then your wage reimbursements can grow as well, because we'll cover 75% of the new wage or of that increase you've given them for that 6-month period. So again, if those numbers look attractive to you, and I'm sure they do, this is something to really start thinking about as an option to what you're doing now. Okay. Next slide, please. Okay, I believe this is a video. So let us know if you can hear that or not.
No, we're not getting audio.
Okay,
not on my end.
Okay,
A little
Vanetta.
bit slow. You see a lot of companies when there's downturns, the first thing they cut is training. We double down. You know, we could be a little bit slow, and we want to, okay, what are we going to, let's start training more. A lot of people say people are our most important assets, but you can say it or you can walk the talk. We truly believe it's the best investment that you can do.
Okay, next slide. I think. Oh, good. So, and I was kind of choppy just because of the lines, but you see the point there. Take advantage of training, even if it's slower than you'd like to be business-wise, because that's the time you can definitely invest. And actually, we're helping you do that investment. You are, however, showing your employee that they're a concern to you, that you want to build their skills up. And I tell you, that goes far when it comes to retention. So we have a different program if you're having a large number of employees that need training, okay? And you might see a need here where you feel your company's losing a competitive edge, perhaps. And you're saying, you know what, we need this training, whatever that might be, okay? And I'll use as an example, project management, That obviously isn't going to be for everybody, but I'll use that simply for the sake of the example. Well, if that's going to help you remain competitive because you need more organization in your business, you need things to be laid out better so you can budget better. That's where we can, again, step in with an incumbent worker training grant. Okay, so this is, again, for large group training. We can reimburse up to 90% of the direct training costs. So what we call, we're good for acronyms here, IWT, incumbent worker training. It shifts to covering up to 90% of the direct training costs. Whereas if you remember, OJT was wage reimbursement based on the employee's wages. So that's what we cover on the IWT, the direct training costs. We can reimburse up to 90%. The training can be done in-house using someone on your team, or you might want to bring someone in who does the training. That's fine. That's your call because you know what you need. You know what'll work best. Okay. It can also be a school, like a technical school, or it could be a college, a university. That, again, that decision is your decision. And the types of training include software development, skills upgrades on equipment or processes, anything where there's that, that you're giving them a solid skill and they're getting some kind of certification. Okay, that's important. And that's, of course, what will help build your business up. And the reimbursement of the direct training costs, again, that puts money in your pocket. So I think our next slide, if I could, please. There we go. Here's a couple examples, and I'm going to mention a third one, by the way. So Charter Schools USA, they were awarded $31,000 to train employees. Okay. Skyline Communications, a tech company, they were awarded $6,500. And I have to mention something else we did. The Humane Society of Broward County, they received $41,000 through an incumbent worker training grant. So you can see these, and it can vary based on the training, the cost of the training, but it's certainly, depending on that training, can certainly be a sizable sum. That's not something, I'm sure none of you would want to sit there and write a check. Oh yeah, we'll just shell out $31,000, cover my employees' training here. That's where we step in, and we can cover up to 90% of those direct training costs. So, and those are three entities, three businesses that we've been able to assist here. And we want to assist more. Like Carol said, we want you to be the next one, because this money is coming back to our county to help us boost our economic grade score. Okay, next slide, please. Okay. Paid internship program. What is this? Okay. It's an interesting twist on what we generally call internship program. Okay. There's no financial responsibility to you. Again, I hope you're getting the message. You're getting a lot of money on these, and take advantage of them. So there's no financial responsibility to you. What we do is we pay 100% of the intern's wages, including the workers' comp. Okay. That's all covered. So you don't have to worry about it. All righty. It's a phenomenal tool to try out prospective employees. Okay. This is something that I like mainly because sometimes, you don't want to be sitting there interviewing 100 people. You pull someone out, you say, okay, we'll hire this person. And then what happens? They don't work out. It's like, oh man, for whatever reason, could be a million reasons. This gives you an opportunity. Now they come in for a short period of time. You get them part-time. These are people that have been in the workforce, by the way. It's not that they're not coming in, wet behind the ears. They don't know much about anything. No, these are folks that have work experience. What we're helping them do is, as we move them toward reemployment, we want to get them keeping their skills honed, learning new skills. And this is how we do it. This is the program we use to do it. So they can work part-time for up to 480 hours. And the other part-time, they're actually looking for work. But this is a phenomenal way for you to check out people. If you like them, bring them on board. You've already seen them at work at no cost to you. And if you don't like them, there's no commitment. You can let them, run out the 480 hours if they're being productive for you. And you can say, thank you, good luck, wish you the best. So it's definitely something that can help you look at a person at work before you even hire them. That's one thing I love about the paid internship program. And Emerald Hills Pharmacy is one of the businesses that has picked up on this. They use this and they loved it. And they just felt it was a phenomenal way for them to keep business going at a time when they needed it. They were just short-staffed, and that really, these people stepped in. I want to say it was in the financial area, like accounting and bookkeeping and all, but it kept them rolling. So definitely something for you to consider as well as a possibility for your business. Okay, let's go to the next slide here. Excuse me. Okay, Summer Youth Employment Program. We love this program. And I'm going to tell you how this it can meet your needs and help you in different ways. Now, some of you might be rolling, I got 2 teenagers at home. Why would I want them in my business? Well, no, this is even better. It's a way, one, to invest in our future here in Broward County. Now, why is that important? If you notice, you go to most any employer website, what are you going to see there? They start bragging about how they're helping some cause. Now, it could be, we're going to help the whales, or we're going to do this cause, or we're going to plant more trees, or whatever it might be. Well, this is one way to show your investment in great causes, because what better than to build up our own local workforce so that businesses that are here, you, and businesses that are thinking of moving here can actually take advantage of a workforce that's already here. They don't have to go thinking, I may not be able to find the people, maybe I'll move elsewhere. No, we want them all here. And this is a great way for you to invest in it. And I'd brag on it. I actually had a speaker this morning speak with me at Broward College at one of their programs there, their hospitality program. And she says they love this. They bring about anywhere from 6 to 8 youth every summer. And I know for a fact that last summer, they actually hired one of those youth. They turned 18, they hired him, because it's a phenomenal way, first of all, to give these youth an opportunity to see new careers and new industries. Now, a lot of times at that age, you're thinking, okay, do I work at McDonald's or Burger King? Where do I go? This opens up whole new doors for them, because they learn about industries and occupations they never even dreamed of. And I tell you, if you find that click, bam, it's a winner. It's a win-win for you, because they'll want to start working for your company. Beg your pardon. So the youth, how old? 16 to 18 years of age. Okay, so these are juniors and seniors in high school, and they can help you with any kind of project you might have going on, customer service, daily tasks, anything that can help them get a flavor for an occupation and for the industry. And that's phenomenal. The program goes June to August. Okay, so it's a total of 8 weeks. And again, we pay the wages. You're not paying it. We pay the wages. We pay the workman's comp. So there's no added expense to you. Okay, and again, we've just had so many kudos on this. People love it. It's a phenomenal program. It really is. So think about that one as an opportunity, one, to see potential new talent too, because again, like the paid internship program, you get to see these people work. And listen, your managers, your supervisors, your business people, you'll realize that I like this person. Maybe I can give them a part-time job. Maybe while they're in school or their next year in college, they can work part-time here. It's just a way for you too to benefit your business and possibly find talent that you can bring on board in some way. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so these are other solutions, but let me do a quick recap. We've talked about on-the-job training grants. We've talked about upgrade on-the-job training grants. Both of those are based on wage reimbursements that we give you, up to 75% of the wages of the trainee while they're in training. They go 6 months. We have incumbent worker training. Those grants are for a larger group of employees, all that need training to help your business stay competitive. Okay, we can reimburse up to 90% of the direct training costs. Okay, and then we have the paid internships, and those are adults. They're looking to get back into the workforce. So what we're doing is helping them keep the skills fresh, keep things going. We pay the wages and we pay the workman's comp. And then the Summer Youth Employment Program, same thing. Both of those, by the way, are part-time. Summer Youth, though, you're opening doors, allowing students to see new occupations they didn't think of, new industries they may not have thought of, may not even know exist. Okay, so all those are aimed to what? Help you find the talent, recruit the talent. We reimburse you for either we pay the wages fully for the summer youth employment and the internship, or we can reimburse wages, or for the incumbent worker training program, reimburse direct training costs. Okay, that's where the kind of the rubber meets the road. Okay? That's where you really want to see things happen, because you want to find the talent. but we have other ways that we can help you as well. And we kind of have a kind of quick review here of them. One is Employ Florida. Okay, you've heard of Indeed.com, Monster.com. Employ Florida is the state's labor exchange, their job bank. And it's a powerful tool. It is available for you and there's no cost. No one's going to charge you to register. No one's going to charge you to use it. No one's going to charge you to post a job order. It's available at no cost. So our recommendation, take advantage of it. It's a phenomenal tool. It's the one we work with. So when we work on on-the-job training or incumbent worker training, we post the positions that you're looking to hire in, and we post them in there so that we can find the people. And by the way, for anything for hiring, we can screen those people. Again, I mentioned that before. I just want to reiterate it. But the job postings, you can put all those on Employ Florida. Talent recruitment, that's what we work with. That's one of the things we do. And as you know, it's a tough game right now. A lot of employers are having a tough time. But we can come in and alleviate some of that, okay? And what we do is we do a lot of the legwork. We pull people, meaning their information. If you're saying, say you're hiring for a position, I'll throw one out. You're hiring for an administrative assistant. I'm using that one today. So we'll pull everyone who's registered in Employ Florida that's looking for work and is an administrative assistant. We'll pull them out. We then do an all-out campaign to find those people, reach out to them, contact them, and pull them in, okay? We do a lot of work on this. I'm actually working on one for the hospitality industry. It's a job fair coming in May, and we go all out. We did one early March, you know, we, again, a lot of elbow grease. I won't get into all the behind the scenes stuff, but our teams here at our career centers, they do a lot of work to get this done. Candidate pre-screening, something that, again, can save you time, particularly for a smaller business. You don't have the people that, you know, you tell us, okay, what are your requirements? And that'll be in your job posting that you put on Employ Florida. So we use that and we say, okay, this is what you're looking for. Great. We'll screen for this. And we do that. So we can weed out the ones that, you know, aren't going to be a fit based on what you've told us. And we can then pass on to you the ones that are the fit. So that saves you time and headaches. You're not sitting there wondering why this person over here applied when they don't qualify. We'll do it for you. We have other human resources tools. Let me mention one specifically. We do have assessments that can help you kind of measure the skill, the skills of someone that you're bringing on board. So feel free to speak to us about that. It can be for a number of occupations. We can kind of give you an idea of where they're at. So that's definitely a great human resource tool. If you're a small business and you're kind of taking that next step to kind of formalize a bit because you know you want to be able to say, okay, I'm hiring you for this position. Here's your job description. We can help you with those. Okay, we have different resources. We can pull those, kind of like a ton of sample job descriptions and help you build yours. So that's also something we can do. I mentioned career fairs when I was talking about talent recruitment. We can do individual company recruitments, and we've done those. And we can do job fairs, career fairs as well for a number of employers. And, you know, it depends on where you're at right now, how you want to do that. Sometimes the individual recruitment works. Sometimes the career fair works. And particularly nowadays when it's hard to pull people, as I know a lot of you know this, a lot of you experiencing this, well, by having a number of employers, or at least telling the job seekers, listen, you're not just coming out for one company. You're coming out for 10. Okay. There's a little more for them to gain if they feel, okay, I got options here. Okay. And so that's fine. If we can pull more people in, better for you. Then that's of course your job to promote your business and sell why your company is the one to work for. And then the financial assistance for employee training. Of course, we've talked about that in depth. That's where you can save money while you're getting the people you need and instilling in them the skills that make your company work. So definitely keep that in mind. Okay, next slide. Okay, what else can we do? That top bullet there is something that's really important. Sometimes you wonder what is it? Labor market information, what's that mean? Well, we can give you information on, for example, what are the in-demand occupations right now? Because that'll play a factor on how available talent is. If all of a sudden you need that admin assistant and everyone's looking for an admin assistant, well, guess what? It's going to be harder to find them. We can let you know what the trends are going up or those that are going out. What about wage data? Okay, you want to pay someone a competitive wage. Well, how do you know you're paying a competitive wage? We can step in and help you decide that, help you figure that out, because we can pull data and we use different sources. There's courses, you can always go searching online and see what you find, but we have it readily available. We work both with the economists at the state, and we have private economists that we work with that we pull data from. So we can get it to you one way or another and provide you that data so you can get that information. I mentioned job description development. We love to help you on that as well. Excuse me. I mentioned the hiring events, the job postings, the pre-screening, and the work-based training programs. Again, keep these in mind because all of these services, not just the training grants, everything we do is at no cost to you. So I'm going to hammer that point home every time. We want to save you money. That's important. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, where can you find us? Everywhere is what I'd like to say. We're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, we're on Twitter, and YouTube. So you can find us all over the place. But you can also go to right here, if you see that link on the bottom, www.careersourcebroward.com/employers. And you'll find all kinds of information on the training grants, on other resources that we have for you. And you can certainly get in touch with us that way as well. We do have on our website, a site we can just type in. It's like an email, but it's through the website. And you can let us know what you're looking to see us, and we'll reach out to you and see how we can help you. Okay. And next slide. There it is. Okay, that's my contact information on the bottom. You can feel free to contact me anytime. You can also call the 954 number on top. That is our job order unit. So those are the folks that work with Employ Florida. They can help you if you have questions about, well, I'm kind of stuck on the registration. What do I do here? It's really not hard, but in case you have a question, or posting a job order, okay, they can definitely help you. Either they can kind of walk you through a few things, or they can post it for you, okay? And you can go to postbrowardjob.com and go online, and you just post it all in there, and then they'll get that. And if they have questions, they'll call you and let you know. But they're certainly available. And next slide, if there is one. I'm not sure there is one. Oh, here you go. So you can click on this QR code. You're going to go to our website and get some great information. I want to thank you very much for joining us. And I know that there was a lot of information here, but if you have questions about anything, please contact us through the QR code in our website. If you took down my email and my phone number, you can reach out to me that way. And by the way, there's more than just me here. I have other colleagues that we all work with different industries. So we'll put you in touch with a person that specializes in your industry, whether it's IT, construction, healthcare, aviation, marine, retail, hospitality. We'll put you in touch with the right person. So, and I think that's it for my slides. I'll know real soon.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you. And by the way, thank you to the hidden person here. I just want to do a shout out here to Vanetta, who's managing all this. Thank you so much, Vanetta. Appreciate that.
You are most welcome, Doug. Thank you so much. It's survey time, everyone. We have 2 surveys today. Just wanted to let you know. One is through CareerSource Broward. It's a quick 2-question poll. Please go ahead and take that poll quickly so that we can get everyone's comments from this, and then we will do the OESBD survey and then go on to our Q&A time. So the quicker you get through the surveys, the quicker we get to all of your questions.
Thank you, Vanetta, and thank you, Doug, for presenting. And guys, we're going to leave that survey up a little longer because it's key. It's key for the services we offer, and more importantly, it's definitely key for the services CareerSource Broward offers to get a feel for this audience today. And this is a great audience, again, 150, 155 plus, to have a feel of what you heard, what's of value, and how they can better serve or best serve and present in the future. So definitely take the time for these 2 questions and make those marks. And then we'll move on to the OESBD survey and give you a chance to address that one as well. But I do want to thank Doug for sharing that information. And yes, many of you, while he was speaking, you were doing dialogue, asking questions, making comments. I see Tony Ash answered a question or two. Our folks answered some. We are now going to move to the Q&A. Go ahead and put up the OESBD survey. And this is your chance for us to take a look at some of the questions you may have put up during the presentation, and also have the opportunity through staff to just entertain questions you might have right now. But for our perspective, here's a couple of quick questions from the Office of Economic and Small Business Development, and then we'll move right into the Q&A section of this workshop, and Vanetta will steer us on how we're going, her and Pam, whether through questions live or questions that were put into the Q&A.
We actually have some great questions today. I'm going to do my best to try to consolidate a couple of them where we have multiple questions for the same. And I know that Tony has been in there working away to answer as many as he can. So let's see here. The first question comes from George Cohn, and the question is, does any of your training dollar programs help managers and leaders learn critical skills such as leadership development, performance improvement, change management, etc.? So I'm going to throw that over to either Tony or one of your group to respond, and you can answer live and or type in.
You want to take that one?
Hey, Doug, yeah, I'll take that one. Thank you. Hi, George. Yes, thank you for the question. And the answer is yes. We can take a look at those types of trainings for management, leadership development, and we can blend those into what we call our incumbent worker training program. So a portion of that training can touch on those skills.
Great, thank you. Keisha is asking, where is the exact website or application to acquire these training funds, and what is the waiting period to be awarded the funds?
Thank you for the question. You can visit www.savewhileyoutrain.com, and that's save while you train, the letter U.com. That will take you to our website with additional information about our training grant programs. And we also have a contact us form there that you can use to reach out to us, and we'll have a rep get in contact with you to schedule time to talk more in depth about your individual needs. The waiting period, there really is no waiting period. There's just a processing period, and each program is different, and we can cover that when we meet with you.
Great, thank you. And I'm just scrolling here to see. Reimbursements, do they come on a biannual basis or as you pay the trainee? As they pay the trainee, I should say.
Yeah, no. Thank you, Larry, for that question. As it relates to our OJT program, our on-the-job training program, we pay monthly. We like to reimburse monthly. So the way it works, the employee will work for a month, and then you would invoice us using documents that we provide you, forms that we provide you. You invoice us, and then we turn around and we pay. And so we like to pay out for our OJT program every 30 days or so monthly.
Thank you. Let's see here. Tamara wants to know, is there a minimum number of employees, and what options best suit an association that is developing a curriculum with OJT and working with regional associations?
Just the minimum. There, for our OJT program, there is no minimum number of employees. I mean, we've done OJTs with employers for one employee. What options best suit an association that is developing a curriculum? Tamar, we would probably be better if we met with you to really understand what you're working on with the association. We take a look at the positions, what type of occupations, the industry, and then that would help us kind of work out the training plan, the training length, how many employees that we can provide under that training. So again, if you reach out to us by going to savewhileyoutrain.com and filling out that contact us form, then we would reach out to you and schedule time to speak.
Okay, and just a reminder to everybody, everybody's excited about asking questions, so now they're throwing a lot of them in the chat. If you please put them in the Q&A so that we can get them there, that would be really helpful. Andrea Tovar, let's see here where we're at. Give me 2 seconds here. Food and beverage businesses qualify?
Doug, you want to take that one?
Do food and beverage businesses qualify?
Yes, they do. Yeah, in fact, throwing a plug for apprenticeships, there are apprenticeships as well in both food and beverage and accommodations. So yes, OJT can be used for whatever you design yourself locally, or they can also be used in conjunction with a hospitality apprenticeship. So both ways.
Thank you, Doug.
Sure.
A couple people have asked, can they apply for more than one program at the same time? In other words, can they go through the OJT and the youth internship, etc.?
They can. You can definitely, in fact, we encourage folks to apply for the youth, the Summer Youth Employment Program, and for the OJT, yes, they definitely can do that. And the OJTs, I think we cap it around, and Tony would have to confirm this for me, around 4, because of course that's a lot of work. You're sitting there managing those 4 as you're doing the training. So, but I think we cap it off at 4. Is that right, Tony, on the OJT?
No, that's changed, Doug, and
Okay.
we take it on a case-by-case basis. So when we meet
Okay.
with the employer, we will determine the number.
Okay, good.
Violina wants to know, she's starting a pediatrics office in Hollywood. Are there options to help with training medical assistants or registered nurses?
Yes, we certainly can help with that. Possibly through our OJT program. What I would recommend Violina doing is visiting us on our webpage and filling out that contact form, and where we can come out and talk to her about her specific needs. But yes, we can most certainly help with that.
Great, thank you. Mary wants to know, how can youth apply for this program? And I would assume the youth.
Yeah, youth. So for the training programs we're talking about, they would need to be 18, and they can visit one of our career centers and inquire about our WIOA program.
Okay.
But Doug also mentioned our summer youth employment program. So I don't know if that's the program that's being referenced here. That application is open once a year, normally in January. So the application for this coming summer is closed for the youth. However,
Still open, Tony.
Oh, it's still open, Carol? Okay.
Yeah.
So the application is still open. Just visiting our website and going to our youth employment page on our website.
I'll put the link right now.
Yeah, CareerSource Broward /SYEP. But it's going to be closing soon, and we did increase the wage reimbursement for youth to $14 an hour.
Great.
8-week program.
Okay, let's see here. Chef asks, where are the youth sourced? North Broward, South Broward, out all over?
I'll take that one.
Okay.
We try to match the youth to their place of residence such that they can get to work, so you wouldn't want to have someone in the north try to go to the south when they don't drive. So we do our best to try to place youth within the possibility that they can get to work. So we find out if they're driving, we find out if they take the bus, we find out if they're Ubering, and work to accommodate.
Great, thanks. We could.
It really is a great program and a great way for kids to earn and soft skills, because that's what employers say is one of the major issues when they do have, you know, young adults that come to work. And what has happened with the summer program is that we have had such good success that towards the end of it, a number of kids usually get offered, as Doug indicated, part-time employment. And it also kind of energizes them. We had a eyeglass company once where the kids were actually cutting the lenses, and they were so excited. You know, a few of them kind of said, you know, well, I know what I want to do when I grow up, you know, and that kind of sent them back to school on a mission, which is what you want.
Thank you, Carol. Jade asks, how can we get assistance for remote workers completing training online to obtain industry credentials?
We do have ITA programs. If you look on our website, you'll see the various programs where we do provide a scholarship for, and a number of them are virtual. I don't know specifics off the top. They'd have to kind of go through the list and see, but we do have a number of them.
Thank you.
And I'll put the website for that page on in the chat. It's really easy to remember. It's www.getcashforschool.com, getcashforschool.com, but I'll put it in the chat.
And we didn't really talk too much about the job seeker side, but yes, we do provide up to $12,000 in scholarship for our job seekers that meet the eligibility criteria to go to school in an in-demand occupation. And while in school, we can help with transportation, support services for transportation. We help with books. We help with uniforms. Those are some of the things we help with. And also we help with kind of like the flip side of what Doug talked about, because for all the programs Doug talked about, for the opposite side is a job seeker. So there's the internship piece that we also will help people who, you know, life intervenes, they took time off, and so now they're ready to go back. We have a slew of workshops to help people get ready, because, you know, you never get a second opportunity to make a first impression, right? When you're doing a job search.
Okay, let's see here. Harold with Claudia's Flowers wants to know if the CareerSource Broward or CareerSource Miami office offers the same services.
They will offer similar services, but each region tailors it to the geographic area. So if you have a friend that lives in Miami, I would think the best thing to do would be to take a look at their website.
Thank you. Sandy, how do we get information on the Broward County Certification Program, which while you're talking, I'll gladly add in?
Okay, they get information on the Broward County Certification Program by going to our website, broward.org/econdev, and you'll see one of the links for certification. It explains the SBE, Small Business Enterprise, the CBE, County Business Enterprise, and it has a list of all of the eligibility criteria. So remember when we were kids and we used to get gifts and presents and our parents used to put things together? There was always some instructions that said, please read carefully before assembling. That's what I mean about our application. It's not thick, but please read the application before you fill out the application, because it'll tell you exactly in terms of backup documentation what you need, and without wasting your time, it can also share with you if you meet the eligibility criteria. But definitely, broward.org/econdev, that's our website, and you can not only get that information, but a lot of other information on that site.
There is, as Sandy says, excellent information on that, and we'd like to, I don't know, Vanetta, if you want to, while we still continue this Q&A, slide forward to the slide on our upcoming conference. But I bring that up because we are going to be doing a certification lab at our conference where you can actually bring your paperwork, get everything ready to go. We will have a lab. We will have people there ready to sit down with you, go over your paperwork, upload it, and you will be able to apply. You will not be certified, quote, but you will be able to apply for your certification. And we're really excited about this. It's gonna be an all-day event at the conference, and I just wanted to throw in that plug.
No, that's a good plug, and unless I'm mistaken, and Carol will correct me, during one of our workshops at the conference, CareerSource will also be presenting. You'll probably have the opportunity to meet her or some of her staff and get more in-depth information, as well as more familiar with who they are. So guys, understand this. We have our conference and we try to bring in all of our community partners. We have our conference, we try to bring substantive information to the business community. Even without the conference, we have workshops like the one today. The key is that if we did this for 3 hours, there will still be 3 more hours of questions and comments and things of interest. We want you to challenge us, challenge CareerSource. Follow up, pose those questions, make those contacts. Let's see if the program and the process really works for you, because CareerSource, similar to my shop, we want to use you and your business as the example to show other businesses that these resources are here. They can hear Carol, Tony, Doug, me, my staff, and we've been preaching this forever. We want to take some businesses, allow them to be successful navigating the process. And the best thing that we can do for you, for us, and these programs is to show your colleagues, show other businesses that businesses are taking advantage of the resources. So we want you to engage with CareerSource. Again, we could have been here 3 more hours today and you still would have had more questions. But use the contacts that you've been given, use the websites that you've been given, join us at the May 6th conference, but even without waiting to May 6th, I'm hoping that Doug, Tony, Carol, and the rest of their team tell me about some follow-up. If not tomorrow, next week and the following week. Take advantage, and you've been a well-attended audience. Still at this stage, as we're coming to a close, still over 130. Take advantage of the services. And I can say on the record, this is not the last time.
No.
You'll be hearing a presentation from our office with CareerSource. And yes, I need you to pay attention when they themselves and their workshops are actually doing it for you, which is what they do every day. But I do want to thank everyone for joining us today. Carol, thank you for you and your team bringing this valuable and this invaluable information to our business community. And this is something we certainly want to continue.
Thank you, Sandy. And again, you hit it on the head there. Don't wait. Call us, have an individualized time with us, and we can tailor a program to suit your needs. We will be there 100% to answer your questions. We're there to guide you with the paperwork. Again, we want you to be successful, because if you are successful and you grow, then we are going to continue to have a thriving economy. And I did see, Sandy, in the chat, there were several employers that have used us before. So I encourage them to share their experience with their colleagues, so that, you know, word of mouth, it will also help us to expand our reach.
So gang, I want to thank everyone. I have to bring this one to a close, as I unfortunately have to start another one at 3. So again, Carol and your team, thank you. To my staff, thank you. And for all of those who hung in here with us, thank you. But the biggest thank you is when I hear from Carol later on and her team that you guys are really making that contact, and the resources and the support you need, you're actually getting. But with that, thank you, and look forward to seeing you down the road. Have a good day, everyone.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.